Abbotsford home buyers are not in full control of the Abbotsford housing market, even though they have 500 homes to choose from. Here's why. They're making a huge mistake when it comes to writing an offer on the homes that they like. They're misinformed about the market conditions and don't truly understand how much the home they like is truly worth. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how you can avoid this mistake and make sure you get the best deal for the home that you truly like. Let's dive in. Why most buyers are misinformed right now. Right now, the Abbotsford detached, the Abbey townhome and condo market is currently representing a balanced market. Buyers right now have 7 months of inventory to choose from for Abbey detached and townhomes. But here's the problem. Right now, buyers face a lot of uncertainty with current interest rates and with the geopolitical climate that we're currently in. So what this means is buyers are waiting on the sidelines for a bit longer, or their decision-making process time is taking a little bit longer than it normally would in a different market. And that's totally okay. Most home buyers don't truly realize that they are totally in control of the Abbotsford and Fraser Valley housing market, but they fully haven't tapped into how they can leverage this control. The challenge is when you don't understand the current market conditions, you can't negotiate from strength. That's why I've created a market update for you where you can fully understand what's happening in your East Abbotsford detached market. All you have to do is click the video above. In order to take full control of the current housing market conditions, this starts before you look at any homes. There are 3 steps that we walk our clients through that change everything. Let me walk you through them. The first step is get clear on your needs. And this is how you can do that. When we're meeting a client that's looking to purchase a home, before we show them any homes, we like to sit down with them for a consultation. And here's the reason why. We want to understand who these folks are, what's important to their family. It could be things like they're looking to buy a detached home in a neighborhood with good schools, private schools, close proximity to amenities, highways, and the list goes on. The next part is we want to understand their timeline, when they would like to have keys for their new home. Once we have a clear idea on the buyer needs and must-haves, we walk them through how the home buying process works from start to finish. This way, they can understand where they are right now, the different phases they must go through, and what to expect in each step. Once we're done, our buyers are fully informed about the current market conditions. They have a clear idea on what's important to them in the home that they're looking to buy, and they totally understand how the home buying process works. The second step is getting pre-approved. When we sit down with home buyers, we tell them the first step is getting pre-approved. And when we're sitting down with a lot of buyers, one of the most common responses they have to our question, are you pre-approved? Is no, we're actually working on it. So in order to save them time, we connect them with the mortgage specialist on our team, and they'll walk you through the entire pre-approval process. And we like to tell our buyers that once you're pre-approved, you're done nearly 50% of the home buying journey. The second part to this is matching a home that matches your investment budget. When you understand how the home buying process works and you're pre-approved, you are now ready to take action. If this is your first time buying a home here in Abbotsford, we've created a little package for you that helps outline how the home buying process works. All you have to do is click the first link in the description below. Step 3, the part nobody talks about. When we're helping home buyers, we're not showing them 20 to 30 homes because we know what they're looking for. On average, right now, me and my team, we're showing buyers anywhere between only 4 to 6 homes because we understand their needs, must-haves, and the things that are important to them. We're not setting them up on an automatic home search, but because we're active and we're on the MLS, we're only sending them homes based on their search criteria. So here's the step nobody's talking about. When our buyers have found a home that they've liked and are interested in making an offer, one of the first questions they'll ask us is, Gary, how much do you think this home is worth? And I always tell my buyers the same question. You know what? That's a great question. Now that we've seen this home, let me go make a home evaluation for this home based on the recent sale, but more importantly, on the active listings in that area, so you have a clear idea on how much the home is worth and what a reasonable offer will look like. Preparing this home evaluation usually takes me about an hour to 2 hours. Here's why it's so beneficial. Once I've created this CMA for this property, we have a clear idea about what this home is worth and what kind of sale price the sellers can expect. And if the home is overpriced, we can also provide this information to our buyer clients. Here's where it gets really helpful. When we send this home evaluation over to our buyers, they totally understand what's listed in the neighborhood and which are the most comparable homes to that, and more importantly, what a reasonable offer would look like. Once my clients get this home evaluation, they get a couple of things. They understand the market conditions, they have a very clear idea about the recent sales, but more importantly, the active listings in the neighborhood. Not only that, but they truly understand what a reasonable offer looks like. Now, this saves my buyers the time and anger from not making a lowball offer. We have been using this strategy for the last 2 years and it works all the time. So if there is a home, townhome or detached home that's overpriced and we submit an offer based on what we think is market value, we are sharing this evaluation with listing agent and we're taking the time of walking through the listing agent on the recent sales and active listings. Then the listing agent can go back to their clients and educate them on what's listed in their neighborhood, the recent sales, and what their home is truly worth. And one thing that I can tell you folks, this has nearly a 95% success rate for my clients. There have been a few cases where homes have been overpriced, but because my clients received this evaluation, they made a reasonable offer, and at the last second before the offer expired, I always get a call back from the listing agent saying, you know what, my client is going to accept your client's offer. What we find is the listing agent and sellers both respect that they're getting informed on the market condition, and more importantly, we're able to educate them and help them understand why my buyers are making the offer they're making. It no longer leaves two parties coming together and arguing with each other until they turn blue in the face over who's right, who's wrong, because the market data never lies. When my clients are now making an offer on a detached home, townhome, it's not guesswork. They're making a decision based on clarity and market data. Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts about using this strategy in today's market. If you're a family here in East Abbotsford and you're thinking about buying your dream home, you need to watch my next video because I walk you through the type of detached homes you should avoid. I'll see you on the other side.